It just cut off. But I'm back on here again because I want you to know, as people, our children are important. We have to take and we have to support them in school, out of school, wherever they are. We have to tell our children, we have to teach our children the importance of keeping a good attitude, keeping themselves together, being a person of value. They are valuable, they are important, and they are loved. I remember an experience, and I worked for 7 years in the ministry on the streets. And I remember a group of young men coming up to the hot dog cart. It was about maybe 4 or 5 of them. And in the ministry, we would feed you whether you had money or you didn't. The pastor would feed you. And what happened was, I said to some of the young guys, I said, "Do you know that you're loved?" And I'm going to tell you, the look that they gave me was beyond just like, it was so hurtful because no one had ever told any of them that they were loved, that they were important. So I started having a conversation with them, and some of them hadn't even been out to the next town over from where they lived. You know what? It's time for us to sow into our kids value, their importance, that they're important to God, they're important to themselves, that they can do more than what they see. What they see on TV, a lot of it isn't real. A lot of it is cloned or copycatted, or people living what the life now is to take and travel to here and there. You know what? You got to be able to take and make it to your older teen years, to your 20s, to your 30s. A lot of our kids aren't making it that far because they're giving up. They're thinking they got to conform to the world. We don't have to conform to the world. We don't have to conform to other people's opinions of us. We're important. And I came out to share that tonight is you're important teens, you're important young men, you're important young ladies, but you don't have to give in to the world's standards to be accepted. You don't have to go into the world looking for love in all the wrong places. You're important. And I want you to know that today, that God has a plan for you. God has a purpose for you. And it's with God all things are possible. And that your life can get better. I don't care what you're going through, single parents. I was a single parent, 3 children. My daughter had her first child in high school. And I thank God for the woman of God who hung in there with us and said, we're going to make it. And today my oldest granddaughter is 27 years old. Pray for her. I pray for her. You know, the enemy got her ear, yet at the same time, she's a child of the living God. Be encouraged. Encourage these kids that they don't have to take and waver, and they don't have to try to manipulate no one to fit in. They're important. Have a good one. This is Fern from FML Diversified. Talk with you later. Bye-bye.